ऑनरेबल चेयरपर्सन, डिप्टी चेयरपर्सन और सभा में उपस्थित सभी विद्वान श्रोतागण, आप सभी का अभिवादन। पंच नमस्कार करते हुए मैं अपना वक्तव्य रखूंगी जैन फिलॉसफी एंड एजुकेशन। नमो अरिहंतारम, अरिहंतों का नमस्कार। नमो सिद्धारम, सिद्धों का नमस्कार। नमो आयरियाणम, आचार्यों का नमस्कार। नमो उवध्यायारम, उपाध्यायों का नमस्कार। नमो लोये सव्य साहूरम, लोक के सभी साधुओं का नमस्कार। पंच नमस्कार के उपरांत मैं अपने मेन वक्तव्य पर आती हूँ। जैन एजुकेशन सिस्टम, क्योंकि मैं शिक्षा शास्त्र की विद्यार्थी हूँ तो मेरा जो वक्तव्य है वो केंद्रित होगा शिक्षा के ही इर्द गिर्द। जैन सिस्टम recommended liberation as the ultimate aim of education. Liberation, according to Jain tradition, is of two kinds: जीवन मुक्ति and द्रव्य मुक्ति. The system lay emphasis on social, economic, and spiritual aim of education. The history of Jain education is primarily a history of South India. The Jains were instrumental in propagating and spreading education in Karnataka. To begin with, Chaitya, Basadis and Mathas were religious centers. यानी बसादीज और मठ जो थे वो धर्म के केंद्र थे और जो बाद में शिक्षा के केंद्र बने। Jainism had stressed on universal education through mother tongue. आज हम नई शिक्षा नीति में इसी की बात कर रहे हैं कि बच्चों को जो शिक्षा है वो मातृभाषा के माध्यम में दी जाए, और यही बात शताब्दियों पूर्व जैन धर्म में कही गई थी। और जैन शिक्षा की सबसे बड़ी विशेषता यही है कि वहाँ पे जो जैन के आचार्य होते थे, गुरु होते थे, वो मदर टंग के या जो हमारी सर्वसुलभ भाषा होती थी उसी के माध्यम से शिक्षा देते थे। Both men and women were allowed to stay and study Jain scriptures in the monasteries. Jain education received a boost from several royal dynasties of the time of Kadambas, the Gangdes, the Chalukyas of Badami, and Rashtrakutas and Hoysalas. Jainism denounces caste system or any hierarchy of class in the society. जाति पाति का विरोध किया जैन धर्म ने। Hence, Jainism believe in universal education through mother tongue, perhaps a consequent of its denouncement of caste system in the society. The Jain acharyas always used the language of the masses as the medium of instruction. The system of co-education and women's education were other important aspects. स्त्री शिक्षा पर उसी समय से महत्व दिया जाने लगा। जिस स्त्री शिक्षा की बात शायद आज हम लोग करते हैं या बाद में आया, लेकिन उसी समय से पुरुषों और स्त्रियों की सह शिक्षा पर, अभी मैं इसमें आती हूँ, पुरुषों और स्त्रियों की, बालक और बालिकाओं की सह शिक्षा पर बल दिया गया। While temples, घटिकास, Agraharas, Brahmapuris and Mathas were centers of Brahminic education, the Basadis, also called Chaityalayas and Jainalayas, played a prominent role as a center of Jain system of education and Jaina and tradition. Earlier, acharyas were not confined to any particular place, but they moved from one place to another. But later, Basadis and Mathas ashramas were constructed for Jain munis and acharyas. They became the center of learning. Kings, queens, and other members of royal families gave support to these centers of learning, and some of them became very famous. Now, according to Vedic tradition, Hindus began their education after the initiation or Upnayan ritual. The Jain students had to begin their study at the age of 5 or a little later. Before going to teacher's house, the student had to worship Jan. The Jan Chandra of Charitable Payan describes education of Janan Chandra as follows. After 5 years, he worshipped the Jan and started to write Siddha Martika with great wisdom, sitting at the holy feet of his supreme Guru. The Jain teachers are commonly referred to Tamadi, Ojha, Upadhyay, Guruvadi, Acharya, Goravi, Gurugalu. The male students were called Antevasi, Mani, Guddi Shishya, Vidyarthi. And the woven students were called Guddi, Shishye, Kanti or Ganti. The Jain teachers expected their students to live in their houses, to be endowed with enthusiasm, possess thirst for knowledge, soft speech and good conduct. It seems that there was no strict rule regarding the number of students in a class. Normally 28 से 300 तक के विद्यार्थी, ऐसा हम लोगों ने पाया है शास्त्रों में कि 28 से 28 से 300 तक के स्टूडेंट एक एक छात्र की कक्षाओं में पाए जाते थे. One of the prominent historian S.B. Dev states that the method of Jain teaching was scientific and it comprised of 5 important parts. Vachan, reading, Prachand, asking questions, Anupreshak, pondering over, Ahimya, learning by part, and Dharma Plaza, preaching of religion to masses. Debate and discussion method was also used for teaching. S.B. Jain says the relation between the teacher and students were cordial and modest. He further says, just a rider was happy in driving a good horse, so also a teacher was delighted in educating good people. And just a rider was tired in driving a bad horse, so also a teacher lost interest in imparting knowledge to a silly people. If the teacher was angry, it was the duty of the people to make him happy by his affection, to honor him with folded hands and to assure him not to commit any fault in future. Inscription of the period do not
sum up करेंगे मैं समय की थोड़ी
sure. Inscription of the period do not give us direct evidence of the subjects studied in the Jain monasteries, but it can be said that Jain Siddhanta and other scriptures were studied and also the life history of Tirthankars. Royal patronage was very prominent and many important learning centers and many prominent philosophers came in Jain education. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.